how do you kind of emotionally process not only like this game, but this season as a whole, just kind of ending the way it just did?
Yeah. So so proud. Too high. So proud. That's the first thing I said. Number one, I said, get your fucking heads up. I said, get your heads up or down. And I said, I want everyone's eye contact. I want to feel every single person right now. And I want your emotions. I want your heart. I want everything. And everyone looked up and I just told them how proud I was. Um, to have that place rocking tonight, to have that Baja mentality, to be able to go toe and toe, obviously, to the number one team. I was so proud. And I was just so proud of Cheshi to to be able to have that type of confidence at the end of the game, and to put it all on her shoulders. I looked at her, you got this? And she goes, yep, she's got it. And, I told her I'm always going to ride with you to the end of the game. I'm always riding with you for my last shooter. And she was able to create separation, lift. It was so beautiful. I was like looking back at like when I would watch Michael Jordan, like, oh my God, she looks like Michael Jordan right now. So yeah, just overly proud. Again, past expectations. And yeah, it didn't fall our way. But I mean, to going from what Chechi was last year and to now be closing, with her in a playoff game, that's incredible growth, and I'm just so proud of everyone.
Natalie, just to see this team get to where it got to after having so many injuries and players leaving for Eurobasket, having all that adversity. What does it say about this group and the culture that was built in your?
Yeah, that they don't mind being uncomfortable, and we kind of talked about that after when we were breaking it down. We had a long conversation, and they just said, "Thank you, coach. Thank you for making us uncomfortable." And then someone else mentioned like we're uncommon. We're the first to do this. We're the first expansion team to go this far. We basically just made history. And so that's why, like, yeah, it didn't go our way. And of course, we're upset and we're frustrated. But at the same time, I always say, like, life is short. I lost my dad, I lost my best friend. Like, tomorrow, I promise, y'all. So I said, celebrate tonight. Celebrate tonight for everything that you guys have accomplished. Like you said, with KT going down, but I'm still so proud of KT for her maturity and for her fight back and to be positive for everyone tonight. Even without Tim Hayes, like we had two starters out, and we went toe to toe with the number one team. Like that. That shows so much fight. And again, like I'm just so proud of them, just allowing me to push them past what they felt that they can do. That's not easy. A lot of people kind of like to stay put. They like to be stagnant. Not this team. This team don't like to be stagnant. They like to be challenged. Yeah. Good
Now,
question. That's a good question.
Ellie, before the game, you said you thought you guys needed to play a perfect game. How close did you get?
Damn close. Damn close. Now, never should fall onto one shot at all. So again, Cheshi was only doing what we asked her to do. But that was damn near close. And like I said, just taking the shot. If anyone knows, anyone watched sports, anyone, obviously who loves Kobe, who loves Michael Jordan, who loves these amazing players. Shoot, Steph Curry. Um, that's something in your DNA. I didn't have that. And that's why I was telling Chechi, like, man, you're the player I've always wanted to be. I could never elevate like that. It was too small. So yeah, for me to be able to sit there firsthand and watch it front row, and I'm watching that, um, damn near close, I tell you.
Now you mentioned their heads were down a little bit, but they get together at midcourt after the game. It really seemed like they shared a special moment. Your players, was it like as a coach to see that? It's not wasn't just a group. It was like you could tell they were talking about some things. What do you think was shared there, and what is it like as a coach to see that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what was said, but I could all see them uplift Chechi because she could tell like she felt so disappointed and everything. But it never comes down to one shot. Like it's a lot of it's on me how I navigated the game. So like I said, I'm always going to take that on my shoulders as if I can. And I'm going to watch it tonight. But no, what I'm sure they said was like, Chechi, thank you. Thank you for taking that shot. Not everyone, I'm telling you guys, not everyone has that in their DNA. And so they're trying to give obviously some love and support. And then I also tried to tell them, like, enjoy this. And that Valhalla crowd just they continued to cheer for us, as we huddled and we waved goodbye. And again, because Valhalla mentality, they're part of us. You could feel it. You could really feel how proud they were. At the same time, obviously, they wanted it too. The crowd was amazing tonight. So loud, I couldn't even get P's attention at times. So yeah, just we're so grateful. We know having a sold out crowd is uncommon as well. So we're not going to take this for granted. We appreciate all the fans. You guys were the best fan of the league, and we're not going to take this for granted. And we're going to get back to work. We already had some players already saying like, "I'm going to do better." I was like, "Enjoy the moment, enjoy it." But that's our mentality. Yeah. Thank you.
Natalie, throughout the season, you've talked about moments where you said, I have to be better as a coach. I have to do things better. And you talked about the players' growth. But in what ways do you feel like you've grown as a coach in the areas you feel like, and I've asked you a bunch of questions.
You've asked me this already.
I know, but just it feels like now we get to this moment and the game plan changed, right? From game 1 to game 2.
Yeah.
And the level of physicality, there's been growth for you as a coach and getting to do something you've never done before, getting to coach in a playoff series and just the growth you feel like you've made from an X's and O's standpoint from game 1 to game 46.
All those games, you want me to reflect